bouncing, we caught a little rhythm. She caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait. Need a light year just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Minnesota Vikings. This is Saquon Barkley, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Now Jones. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Fielded at the 33. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there. They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense.
And got his man complete. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones going deep for Dick. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Touchdown.
Stephon Diggs with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Giants are going to take a 1st quarter lead.
He is good.
Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3-and-out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Darren Lee in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. In that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Darren Lee has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Saquon Barkley, the ball.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, Their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now this time he'll look to throw. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a first down on a gain of 10. From the gun, Jones. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big game downfield. What a nice job they did.
Looking for his receiver, sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Gladney. Past the 20.
They'll take over 1st down and goal.
The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10.
Let's get that
and he will
swagger,
bring
y'all.
it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone and not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
They can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Complete to number 38. A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 20, 10. Touchdown, Giants. Stephon Diggs. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
At the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Down left side on the swing pass. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Complete.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Taken in at the 22. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, and they'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Jones throwing on 1st down. That's complete to Slayton.
Jones.
7 yards, the pickup there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
4 receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3. Too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Operating from the gun, Jones will get this out to Barkley, complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
21 yards.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just
trying for the tight end. Arcs, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Lorenzo Carter in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. He's going to fire deep for Ratley. He's got him in. Complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. But they'll say it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get 1 play before the 2-minute warning. Now he dumps this off over the middle. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
A loss of a yard.
That's a nice clip and save sequence. There defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced a 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced a dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me. Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now Jones to throw on third down. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield.
48-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up, and he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a fifth, barring a conversion here on third down. They'll look to throw here. Lorenzo Carter, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. A final shot before break. Jones. That's caught at the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So we've reached halftime here. Charles has already thrown off his headset. He's out here. He says, it's Christmas Day. I'm going home. We're not done yet, though. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Not much there, only a yard. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. He's going to fire deep for Ratley, and that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no, they'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
And 9 yards to go.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap is left to throw. The open man is Smith. There have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Lorenzo Carter. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Fighting his way through contact. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. From the gun, Jones. Catch made by Slayton. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one goes for 24 yards.
4-yard gain on the play. 1st down, New York.
Here's Jones on 1st down. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
Brought him down. Tackled back at the 28-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones caught by the tight end Ertz. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line.
16 yards. 1st down, Giants.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Lorenzo Carter in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Pressure right. And the pressure gets to him again.
The quarterback,
Lorenzo Carter in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line.
Their own 11-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go to Barkley again. And a nice spin into some open field. And mark him down all the way inside the Minnesota 10. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 82 yards. So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal. Throwing Jones. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. If you're going to pass down here, you better get that in the end zone.
I agree with you totally. And as we both know, the field's already condensed. There's just not a lot of space. So you've got to create some by getting some people downfield into the end zone. If you want to throw it short, you've got to have some movement, some room in order to do that. That one didn't work.
Is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Jones now going to throw on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown.
New York.
Zach Ertz with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. And his kick is right through.
Makes the score Giants 28, Vikings nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll set up to throw. Got an open man, it's Ratley. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 9 at the 48-yard line.
The tackle's made at the Giants' 36. 12 yards there as they move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Battle for a hit, and this will be caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Damian Ratley, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Giants 28. Vikings.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Jones on 1st and 10. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Able to get there and pick it. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
They will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football up and catch him off balance.
And he did. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
And goal at the 1-yard line.
And it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. He's at the 50. The 30.
They are not
the 20,
ready for us.
10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Giants 35, Vikings 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And it's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. The Vikings on 3rd down. It has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And that's caught by Smith. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
1st and 10 at the 40
on 1st down. He'll drop to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
The pass.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. It's willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. This will be caught by his big wide receiver. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
We are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. With such little time remaining, and the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he will have a Giants 1st down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Now Jones on 3rd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
1st down, New York.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. A.J. Boye on the coverage.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Giants, they're now a win away from a perfect regular season as they move to 15-0. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.